Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. Welcome back to another episode of GEEXX Reads. And let me see, how do I put this? I have a rather large book library. I am a book hound. I've saved all my books over the years. I have gotten rid of very, very few books. And of the several hundred books I have in storage, of the several hundred books that I've read or picked up in my lifetime, there are very, very few that I have not finished. To put it plainly, there was only one book that I haven't finished, and that last book was 40 years ago. So of all the books that I've read, or the books that I've picked up, I have finished all of them except for one until now. Enter the Lives of Locke Lamorra by Scott Lynch. This book came highly recommended by people that I know, by online buzz, was highly acclaimed by book critics, by online review sites. And yeah, it didn't do it for me. I just didn't care about any of the characters. I really didn't. And I think some of it is because of the way the book jumps around. But a black story about what this. Did you hear that? My stomach's growling. I should have eaten lunch first. The background blurb. Locke Lamorra is an orphan. He is taken in by what amounts to the city's thieves guild. He is trained as a thief as a child. He grows up and becomes one of the city of Camorra's premier thieves, winning his own little group of 4 or 5 thieves, which he calls the Gentlemen Bastards. They're basically setting up a heist. They're trying to con some rich old guy, not rich old guy, but some rich aristocrat out of his money. And the problem is that they keep making little, for me at least, is they keep making little side jumps. Where he's like showing off during the con, like some fancy bottle of liqueur. And then he's got to go and tell how he got it. But the thing is that one little side jump is everywhere. There's like 8 or 9 of them. And I'm only this far into the book. And there's already been over half a dozen of these little expositional side jumps. At least. That's not counting the fact that we keep going back in the past to his childhood where he's inducted into the Thieves Guild. So you've got these constant back jumps for good exposition, at least. I'm interested in the story of him being a child and inducted into the Thieves Guild. That part interested me. But every time the story gets going in the present day, every time I think I'm invested, they take these annoying side jumps. And some of them can be important, but a lot of them aren't. They're just unnecessary to the story. They're not important for character development. They're not important for exposition or world building. They're just annoying, or they annoy me at least. They apparently don't annoy everybody else because everyone loves this book, except me. So the last book I didn't finish. Sorry, you heard my stomach growling. Sorry. I'm gonna have lunch after this. Gonna have to. So the last book I did not finish was Fire Time by Poul Anderson. And that was 40 years ago. I don't think I can actually rate this book properly because I didn't finish it. I couldn't bring myself to. But this thing has been sitting on the table out in the living room for over 2 months, because every time I said, oh man, I got to read something, this has been staring me in the face and I could not bring myself to pick it up. A week ago, I said, I'm going to give it one more chance. I picked it up. I read about 20 pages and I put it back down again because I could not keep going. So I feel really bad about this. And given my history that I've explained to you, that the fact that I do not drop books, I finish them. And the fact that I cannot bring myself to finish this should convey my level of boredom with it. And I feel horrible about this. This breaks my record. It's been a long time since I've done this. So I can't recommend it. I don't think I can honestly rate it. Just that it bored me and I didn't care about the people in it at all. I couldn't bring myself to. I could not bring myself to finish this book. And I've got too many books to read. I've wasted too long with this thing, holding me up. So I got to let it go. As always, thanks for watching. If you like subjecting yourself to this kind of abuse, please watch my other stuff. And until next time, good hunting.